Fox 9 Morning News.
Welcome back. Lots of runners already underway. The 10K for this marathon weekend starting off a little bit ago at 7:15, and more races, including family races, the diaper dash, the kids 1 mile. Lots of fun happening today ahead of the full marathon and the half marathon tomorrow. And tomorrow, one marathon runner will be running the Twin Cities Marathon for the very first time, and this is absolutely huge for her as it will finally complete her goal of running a marathon in all 50 states. But she's not new to this at all. She's run a total of 92 marathons already, plus 5 ultramarathons, 3 world marathon challenges, which means 7 marathons on 7 different continents within 7 days. So she's hardcore. Linda Carrier back with us. You were here a couple of years ago, but so good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
We sat right here chatting in 2023, the day before the Twin Cities Marathon ended up being canceled due to the intense heat. Oh my goodness, you're back and it's warm again.
It's warm again.
What is going through your mind? I mean, so much of this is a mental game too.
It really is, and I'm very hopeful that it'll continue, because I think there was something about the dew point, so I'm hoping that the dew point's low or whatever it needs to be. But but I do have to put, because I do want to complete the 50 states. So, and I have to do it here in Minnesota. So I am looking as a backup plan of other marathons that are happening this month. And so if I have to, I'll do that. But I'm hoping, I'm really hoping, because it means so much to me if I can run this Twin Cities Marathon, since it's sponsored by Medtronic, and I wear their equipment as a type 1 diabetic.
Yeah, so. You do. I mean, and talk about that. You've written a book about this. You're inspiring to so many people about being able to do all of this with type 1 diabetes. And just talk about some of the challenges of that while you're not only obviously in day-to-day life, but when you're out on these long runs.
Yeah, so before this MiniMed 780G, and I use the G4 sensor, and that updates every 5 minutes. So before I had that and had other pumps, you still have to check your blood sugars. You're still having to, look at your phone to see what your blood sugars are as you run. And now with this, because it checks every 5 minutes, I basically put it in my little pouch and I let it go. It'll beep at me if it starts to rise. It'll beep at me if it starts to drop. So I just make adjustments there, but it'll always increase the first 2 miles of a run, but I know just over experience that it'll drop back down, and then I take a little Gatorade at every water stop, and usually I never have to look at my pump again.
Oh,
yeah,
it's so wonderful.
it's fantastic. Yeah.
Are you doing anything now differently to prepare? I mean, obviously hydrate.
All the runners have to hydrate. Yeah, drink a lot of water. Yeah. But you have to hydrate. I mean, like any runner would, right? So the only thing I do different to prepare that isn't just the stretching and all the, if you have a morning routine, is I do have to make sure that I've got fresh batteries in my pump. My sensors, is newer. It's got fresh charges. I usually make sure I carry Skittles or any kind of sweets that don't melt, like chocolate. Don't do that. But anything that doesn't melt, and I'll put it in a little bag and I'll carry it with me just in case, because you always have to be safe. But I think the last probably 10 marathons I've done, 12 marathons, I've not had to even touch it, so I carried it for 26 miles. So it's like, oh, should I do that? But you always want to be safe. So.
Always want to be prepared. Oh my goodness. And you have so much experience with all of these marathons at 92 total. So once you hopefully are able to check off that 50th state tomorrow, what's the next goal?
So I am planning to run 100 by end of next year. I'm hoping to finish it in Sydney. So I've got that plan going on right now of which marathons I have to do, and then I really want to run the North Pole. So I'll run the North Pole Marathon maybe in 2027, and then I want to run Athens, Greece, because that's where it all started. So I thought, what better way? I want to do that as well.
Oh my goodness! And favorite thus far?
Favorite marathon, I would say, just because of the history. Is probably Boston.
Probably Boston. Oh, yeah, of course. All right, Linda, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're watching the forecast very closely, so let's go over to Jared. Yes, the intensity in your eyes as you were talking a few minutes ago, Jared. The runners are hanging on your every word. I should interject that the organizers did say that if God forbid, if they do have to change the plans for tomorrow, they'll make that decision by 8:30 tonight.
Good.
So just want to remind people of that.
Thank you.
There is good news that tomorrow, I'm going to do quotes, cooler weather is in store for tomorrow's forecast. It won't be as hot today, but still going to be battling the wind with anything you're doing outside all weekend long.